right. Shalom, Lakion.
Shalom.
It's brothers from GMS Dallas. Man of Jacob here with another lesson. First off, getting our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the elect, preaching and living the word in sincerity and truth. Today we just wanted to kind of go into a little lesson, touching on the hot spot coming soon to America, which is Babylon in the Bible, according to the Holy Scriptures. And it's going to go into how, this place had a bloody and violent beginning, and it's going to go out the same way. Okay, because people like to think this place like to portray itself as being heralded as the beacon of light. They try to be on that one nation under God, indivisible, and everybody respecting each other. But that's not what goes on here in America.
Yeah.
If your eyes are open, you know what I'm saying?
A beacon of tolerance.
Yeah, a beacon of tolerance. So really, it's all a mask in the front. So we're just kind of going with that today. Lord willing, the Spirit, you brothers are edified. So we're just going to get right into it with the first scripture. The brothers give me Galatians 6 and 7.
This is Galatians 6 and 7. It says, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked."
Right, so that's what the scripture's saying, man. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked, man. You can't mock the Most High. You can't fool the Most High. He's the creator of everything. All right, he knows. The scripture says his eyes are 10 times brighter as the sun. So he knows everything from the beginning to the end. He prophesied through the Spirit to his men. So the Most High knows everything, man. So you can't pull the wool over Yahweh by Shem Yahweh's eyes. Go ahead.
It says, For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Right. So, and that's twofold. That's for the men in the truth, and that's pretty much for everybody. But right now we're talking about America. What has America sown? They've only sown from its inception is violence, rape, robbery, treachery, murder, disgust, everything that's negative. America has portrayed that, man.
Yeah.
And so they're going to reap that in the end time, when it's time for the Most High to finally destroy this place and deliver his elect and establish the kingdom of heaven on earth, okay, through his son Yahweh Shah, all right, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, the Messiah of only the elect. Most also the whole nation, but on this side, the elect. Okay, start that over, bro.
Galatians 6 and 7. "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap."
Right, so that's what they sowed, man. Violence, like I ran down the list earlier. They're gonna reap the same. They're gonna get that paid back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's only just. That's only right. That's real balance. Whatever energy you put out, you're gonna receive that back. And Americans gonna receive that back twofold, actually, according to Revelations 18. Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2, bro.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and 12. "Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city with iniquity."
Right, and so what the scriptures say, woe unto him that establishes a town with blood. And that's all America did. They established America on blood through who? Our brothers, the so-called Native Americans, man. The tribe of Gad, the tribe of Issachar, down there with the wars down south. Okay, that's how they started out, with blood, with lies. They broke every treaty, over 400 treaties they made with the Native Americans. They broke every last one of them, man.
God.
They started out with bloodshed. They decimated over 98% of our brothers, man. Unjustly.
God.
These damn devils, man. They used to sit out miles away and read some decree in the Spanish language, telling them they don't get right and all this sort of decrees, and then otherwise they would come and destroy them. And then what they do, they couldn't even understand them, man.
Right.
And they try to justify themselves, and they would take over their villages, man.
That's right. There's extra accounts of how the Spaniard used to actually have context on which person would be the most barbaric. Like, say for instance, a Spaniard will come and cut off one of our brothers' arm. He's like, "Oh, all right, you cut off his arm. Guess what? I'm gonna cut this woman's baby out and stomp him. What you got?" They'll make sport out of killing us, man.
Yeah, that's only a wicked and just vile person would do something like that for sport, just for fun, man. But they're considered. They have a day for Columbus. They have President's Day.
That wicked individual.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Where they celebrate the gas downfall every year, man. And Israel was right there with them, talking about what they're thankful for. But that old day was founded on bloodshed and treachery and deceit, man. Read that again, bro.
Come on, brother. "Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity."
Right, and they established this place by a pure iniquity, man. Rape, robbing, murder, and deceit. Like we just went down the whole laundry list, man. They would also even when the warriors would go away to hunt or to fight and leave the women and children there, they would just come and decimate the whole city, man.
Yep.
You know, or they would lure them out because if they were high, say, no, we're not gonna do nothing to you. This is actually a documentary. I think it's called 500 Nations, if I'm not mistaken. It would have me so mad when I first came in Truth. Man, the brothers sat just got real nice because it was just so vexing, man, to how wicked the so-called white man could be. Okay, and they lured certain individuals out for us kids and say, we're not gonna do nothing to you, man. Just come on out, just show yourselves, and then they would mow them down, man, and throw them in ditches, man. Defenseless women and children. Destroy them. But not saying that Jake is completely righteous because we were going off, but Esau had a hand in that as well, man. And you touched the apple of the Lord's eye, so you got to pay for all that. Even all the treachery that we don't know about, we gonna know about in the kingdom. That's gonna really perfect our hatred and our judgment upon you for your slavery.
Okay.
And we gonna get in y'all ass, man, and rightfully so.
That's right.
Okay. Was on there, right?
Yes,
I got one.
Okay. All right.
It's just a quick one. This is 2 Thessalonians 1:6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Right, it's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulations in that trouble, man. That's going to be a good thing to see the so-called white man in America burn to the ground.
That's right.
There is nothing wrong with that, man. According to the Holy Bible, that's a good thing. Why? Because you did nothing but you did nothing but trouble the nation of Israel, man. And you're still troubling the nation of Israel to this day in America.
That's right.
Okay, you still have the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on the bottom. Still got them in the hoods, on the reservation, in the barrios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're still looked at as 3/5 of a man. You still troubling our people to this day through your economic system, through your social system, everything, man. The way you have us, you put them at the bottom of everything, man. Even our grocery stores, you put all of the mold and old foods there and stamp new dates on them. But you don't do that in Jake neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So you're still troubling the nation of Israel to this day, man.
GMO in your food.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you go to certain stores, like if you go to a Kroger, somewhere that's nice, say for instance, you go to Kroger, there's this area called Las Colinas, which is really nice down here. You go to that Kroger, man, you get a whole bunch of organic food, things of that nature. Man, you go to Kroger that's in another part of the city, which is urban, vastly different, bro. The food, you could tell that the food is old, the fruit is old, man. You know, you can tell it's been genetically modified. You know, grapes, seedless, all that madness, man. You know, and they're feeding that slop to our people, man.
The facilities are vastly different. You know, you go to that one, like the brother mentioned, Las Colinas, which is a nice area. You go there, it's the floors stay mopped. You know, the upkeep is real good. But versus where it's more Jake and more like middle class or lower middle class, the facilities are totally different, man. The work, the quality of the work is you can tell the difference.
Yeah, even school systems, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you moved around, you know, I had the experience of staying with around predominantly black or Jake versus staying staying around Edomites, and you could tell the school system how different they are, man. You know, when you go to a Edomite school, they're teaching these kids that are left behind, how to read better, things of that nature. You go to these J schools, man, they might not even have a book for the whole class, man. Task tests come around, they giving us the answers, telling us to look over the question again, man, giving us hints that we got it wrong. They're not teaching us anything, man. They weren't teaching us anything in those schools, man. Even if they are teaching us something, guess what? It's a lie.
That's right. But if I can say this, and I was reading that scripture in 2 Thessalonians 1:6, that word recompense, it means payback. You know, so the Most High with payback, because Esau always liked to basically holler foul, reverse racism, this, that. Whenever we point the finger and bring or acknowledge all the hell that they put on our people, it's a problem all of a sudden. But anytime any nation or anybody for that comes up against them, they want instant revenge, you know? Remember 9/11, remember the Alamo, remember the Holocaust, remember Pearl Harbor. But anytime our people try to bring up all the hell, the tribulation you put on us, we're told to tolerate, let's get along, let bygones be bygones. But you don't ever forget any damn thing, man. In fact, even in the damn history books in school right now, they're trying to take slavery out the damn history books.
Yeah.
They're lying, more lies, talking about we came over here as indentured workers, man. So the Edomites, the so-called white man, he's a damn just maniacal psychopath, man, or sociopath.
Yeah, kind.
And a damn hypocrite, man.
Kind.
You a damn hypocrite, man. You try to pull yourself up as this loving person, but look how America's being ran. Look what's going on in America, man. And look what this is what's being perpetuated in America. You talking about love? Everyone needs to love each other and all this one love, but it's all type of separation. This place really is according to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because Lord putting division in place, because that's what we're time for. But you even without that, that's all y'all put up, man. You have nations against nations here. Our people ain't getting along with these other people, man. It's a nation Israel against all the other nations. Why? Because you put these other nations in Jake neighborhoods, and Jake can't get ahead in their own neighborhood. But you got these heathens, these Cushites, these Gooks, all of them got different nail shops,
minorities.
Over the minorities, man, making money off of it, man.
It's a term in sociology called middle minorities. Basically, they're using these heathens to rule over us in our own neighborhoods, like the brother going into.
Yeah. And so there ain't no love in there, one group of people in there. You try to say that, but that shit ain't true, man, if you paying attention. All right, you got the women over the men. You bigging up these women, letting them be sluts, be whores, be loud-mouthed, cackling demons, and then you shit on the man. So you got enmity there. Then you got you really taking away the middle class, and now it's gonna be rich against poor. So there's all types of division going on here, man. It's gonna culminate into race riots and classes of riots. Okay, then men get putting a foot in these women's ass because it's well deserved, because they tired of this BS, man.
Kind.
And so the Most High is gonna stir all these things up. Why? Because America wasn't found on anything righteous, man. So it's not gonna reap any righteous payback or any righteous benefits, because this place was set up for the nation of Israel to know not how to run a kingdom, and to put the nation of Israel in slavery. Which pretty much the Most High whooped our ass with America and the so-called white man. All right, we got put in jail. We're doing a bid here, like I heard one of the Paul said. We're doing a bid here, man, in America, in this bloody hellhole. Right? Yeah, appreciate it.
I got Isaiah 19.
Okay,
When you want to start it?
Verses 1 and 2, and then
That's second Ezra.
Kind.
15.
This is Isaiah 19 and 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt."
Right, that's the burden of Egypt, man. The Lord's gonna come with a swift cloud, which was the clouds represent. It represents the chariots. Okay, that when you read Zechariah chapter 5, that's the chariots being described. That's the curse that's coming to the house of the thief. Okay, and who's the main thief? The so-called white man. He's on stolen land, man. And these crackers today, these Joe Blow six try to act like they're innocent, man. Try to act like they didn't do anything. You benefiting off the blood and sweat and tears and the backs off of the nation of Israel, man.
Yeah.
I don't see you giving up your trust fund to help out a Jake.
Yeah.
You full of shit, man.
Yeah, and you hold on to those ideas. It's not like you forgot who you are, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You just think that saying that if slavery wasn't cool, I wasn't with that. You think everything is all good. Nah, man. That's not gonna make us even Steven. Us whooping your back and shedding your blood, that's what's gonna make us even Steven.
That's right.
Real quick, Numbers 33.
33 and 35. Okay.
Revelation, you mentioned that.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna jump it because you mentioned Esau can do all this to us, but we just supposed to just forgive and forget. You know, that's always the thing that's pushed to our people. Instead of one payback, or vengeance, something that the Lord wants. This is Revelations 8.
Oh, wait, don't get that numbers, and then we'll get that Revelation.
Just 35 and 30.
No, 35 and 33.
No, it's okay, brother. I do the same thing. This is Numbers 35 and 33. "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are."
Yeah, you're not supposed to pollute the land where you are, man. All right, that's a commandment. Go ahead.
"For blood it defileth the land."
Blood defiles the land. When you pollute the land and shed blood, it defiles the land, man. And now this is really for the nation of Israel. But what happened? Y'all try to call yourselves taking the Bible and try to call yourselves Christian and call yourselves upright. So now, according to Deuteronomy, these curses are going to be on y'all ass afterwards. Once the nation of Israel gets some curses lifted off and gets delivered. So this is all going to come on you. All these curses and everything bad in these scriptures it's going to be on y'all ass in that day, Esau.
That's right,
And the
bro.
rest of you heathen nations as well, because y'all not out the hook either. Y'all had a hand in it, and y'all got y'all nose up at the nation of Israel as well.
For blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Right, so that's the only way we're going to wipe the slate clean is by having your blood shed. That's the only way. For the scripture said, without the shedding of blood, there's no remission of sin. So you can't mark that away unless there's blood shed, man. That's the only way we're going to be even with that. Okay. Yeah, that Revelation.
Kind of, yeah, this is just a quick one, just backing you up. Revelations 18 and 5, it says, for Salak, y'all start at 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Mm-hmm. And that's when the elect's going to get delivered, man. We're going to get beamed up because they're not going to be a partaker of those nuclear missiles and all the destruction that's going to hit this place. Go ahead.
And it says, and that ye receive not of her plagues,
Mm-hmm.
for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
Right, the Most High has remembered your iniquities, man. And then that's how Esau carries himself, especially these elites. Just because the Most High ain't made a move on them yet, their heart is full of setting him to do evil, man. They think that the Most High is with them, but the Lord has them in a trick bag. He's letting them build up a mean tab of iniquity, so that he's justified in the type of destruction that's mentioned in the scriptures. So he's just letting you build all that iniquity up. Keep putting hell on Jake, keep doing all your witchcraft and all your secret meetings. You know what I'm saying? Try to all those wicked things that you're trying to practice against the elect to get at them. The Most High let you build all that up, but you're not going to touch the elect. Go ahead.
Yeah, the points in verse 6. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
Reward her as she rewarded you. And how does she reward? Which the she is talking about is America. That horror mystery of Babylon in Revelation the 17th chapter. So how does she reward the nation of Israel? Rape,